Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. It's pretty much just like part two of the clown show at this point. I swear sometimes I feel like this show could be so bad at times where it is just laughable. You got men that are literally throwing common sense, caution, and everything else to the wind and just throwing themselves at Brooke. I just I don't understand. So Deacon proposes to Brooke. Brooke says no. Now she does it in a very polite way. And even Hope is like, listen, maybe you'll change your mind one day and be with somebody who actually wants to be with you and you don't have to sit there and second guess, all the things that actually make sense. You don't want to have to second guess yourself when you're with someone. Um, but also, like Brooke said, the wounds are still fresh. She's not even divorced yet. She doesn't even know why Ridge broke up with her in the first place. And you come to her place with a ring, talk about let's get married. Not let's date for a little bit. Let's just kind of courtship or something. No, we're just gonna skip straight to the front of the line. Let's get married. On top of the fact that he is living and knocking boots with a sociopath, but somehow in his tiny mind, he thinks that this makes sense. He says no. And then then they go back to Liam's place. Now, of course, Bill is all like, no, she's going to be mine, this, that, and the third. And I called it. And, I'm going to make you eat your words when you sit there and find out how wrong you are to Liam that, he's going to be with Brooke. So he leaves. And, Deacon and Hope come in. He told him that he proposed. Um, And of course, Hope was like, no one loves my mom like my dad. And of course, Liam was like, well, it's not for my dad. They just kind of look like, what? Now, it's Bill's turn. Bill comes over and he, is like, oh, I want to check on you. So he comes in there and he starts with the whole, I want to be with you for X and Y reasons. And of course, Brooke is like, see, this is exactly what Katie was talking about. Oh, Katie's yesterday's news. I mean, she doesn't want to be with me, and I've given up on her, but I've never given up on you. Do you understand just how messed up that sounds? That he wanted to be with Katie the minute, and he even says so himself. Yep, the minute you was available, I came running to you. How do you think that makes her feel as far as her sister's concerned? That I mean, yeah, you would have went out with my sister until Ridge would have left me, and then you would have dumped my sister for me again. After I advocated for you. I mean, it's just, there's so much wrong in this whole scene. I can spend way too long analyzing it. But my point is, he shoots a shot, she says no. And then she's like, I'm going to tell you what I told Deacon. Oh, you mean convict? Hey, don't call him that. Alright? I just can't believe that these men are literally just throwing themselves at her like missiles at this point. Um, it was so painful watching Deacon propose to Hope. I mean to Brooke because I mean, come on, we all live reality. In what realm was she actually going to sit there and say, "Yeah, sure, yeah"? I mean, he doesn't want to be with me. I don't know why. I spent uh, majority of my life sitting there loving him, but now he dumped me, and yeah, it's totally the right move for me to be with you. In what realm does that make sense? I okay. So that goes on. And then there's Taylor and Ridge, and I'm gonna be honest, they didn't really do too much of anything. The only thing that actually happened at the end was that Ridge was once again have that stupid look on his face, thinking about Brooke. That was it. They talk about memory lane and all the stuff that they did, and this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. It didn't go anywhere. Didn't go anywhere. You could totally skip it. Just know at the end, Ridge gets that stupid look on his face. He always gives when he's trying so hard to access that thing called a brain. I'm not gonna lie, I can't really think of anything else that happened. I know this is like 5 minutes so far, but I mean, we just saw two men try to shoot their shots, which I don't even like that sentence, but shoot their shots at a woman that's not even divorced yet. She's not even divorced yet, and they're both sitting there making fools out of themselves, and you have hope that's just going along with it. And I understand to some extent where Hope is coming from, but she seemed like she was caught off guard by this whole proposal thing. I'm like, Hope, you do realize that, like, she, one, she's not divorced yet, and two, this just happened. If anything, you would think that Hope would sit there and tell Deacon, hey, need to slow down a little bit. This whole breakup thing just happened. You need to give her some time, some space, not rushing her, not having her jump into something else. No. I think you should sit there and do it. Because Rich is bad. Yeah, Rich is bad, but, like, that's not a better solution. It's just to. This is why I give the whole it's so bad sometimes that is good. Because it's laughable. It's laughable. And I gotta sit there and say, well, I can't sit there and say that some of these episodes don't keep me bored, but this episode sure didn't, because it was funny. Now I didn't watch Days yet, and well, why not? I just know not to watch it on YouTube. So I actually skipped ahead a day. Like my review yesterday was for today's episode, which is why I'm not reviewing today's episode. Well, which is why there's not a review for today, because technically, yesterday's episode was supposed to be for today. Of course, you know. Anyway, I can't really think of anything else that happened in this episode. Like I said, Ridge and Taylor didn't really do anything. They went down memory lane. They hugged, they kissed, they cuddled. This dude is still a married man. She has no problem with that. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Anyway, like I said, I feel like that's pretty much about it. So I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.